Have I gone completely round the twist? Well, you may think so, but I had a strange thought today. I've got some leftover shepherd's pie, and I was going to warm this up and just eat it, and I thought, oh no, why don't I put my pie inside a pie? So, here's my version of a shepherd's pie. Let's get cooking. So, you might have noticed that I've had a go at this already, but this is in fact the finished product of our shepherd's pie in a pie. Now, I suggest that you can do this with just about anything. I know that I've done this with chili con carne. I put that inside some puff pastry and it was beautiful. But I have never thought to put shepherd's pie inside a pie. But I think it will go well, especially if I pair this with a really rich onion gravy. So put this inside the flaky puff pastry, bake it, pour over that beautiful rich onion gravy, and I think it'll be sensational. Right, let's get the pastry out and let's make our pies. Right, I'm just going to dust this lightly with a bit of flour. And by the way, if you do make any of my pies and you have the forethought to take a photo, I'd love to see them. I've had people send me burgers that they've made from my recipes, and I think I actually might have had a pie sent too. But I do know that people do make the recipes and they send me emails and so forth, but I'd love to see some of the photos. Right, this isn't quite defrosted, so we might give it a little bit more time. But I can get my pie dishes out and give you a little demo of how I'm going to do this. So about 1/2 centimetre sort of wider than the normal circumference of the pie is what I go for. That gives me enough pastry to stretch this inside of the tin. So this is how I do it. I put it in some of the flour, so I've got a little bit of flour on the surface. Now that stops it from sticking, but it also lets me slide the pastry around to get it even. Once I've got it even, then it's in with the knuckles like this. There you have it. So I'm going to make 4. I think I've definitely got enough for 4 there, and I'll come back when it's time to fill them and put the lids on. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is make the lids for our pies from the leftover pastry offcuts. Once you've done that, you can grab one of your pies and start filling it with your pie. It's a little bit nutty, this really, isn't it? Do you think I've gone a little bit nuts? You can say, right, you can say, in confidence, you can say if you think I've gone completely balmy. There we are. I think actually, I mean I know that this is probably going to turn out pretty good, but I think that gravy, which I'll make while the pies are cooking by the way, is going to really make the difference. I think that combined with the shepherd's pie and the pie will be a bit of a flavour bomb. Now the ingredients for the shepherd's pie, because it is quite a different shepherd's pie as well, it has curry in it, but I will put the recipe for the shepherd's pie itself, so if you need to make that, there is one on my channel, but I'll give you exactly the one that I made. There we are. Put 3 holes in the top, and I'm going to give some what am I going to get? Oh, get the next one. Now my pastry's not fully defrosted, so at this stage I'm just going to get on and do this one, put it in the oven and get the gravy done so I can show you that. Right, for our beautiful gravy, simple, just a little bit of butter in a pan. I've got 1 red onion which I'm going to chop up and add to that once it's melted. Right, let's get this onion in. There we go. And once that's nice and soft, we can add our gravy powder and water. And that's it, done. Very simple. Right, before I put these in the oven, some egg wash over the top, and that'll give them a nice golden look when they come out the oven. Right, I'll finish this up, put them in the oven, and when I next come back we'll be completing the gravy. There we go, that's all the egg wash on. Into the oven, 180 degrees, middle of the oven, 25 to 30 minutes. Mine take about 27 minutes. Right, that's all nice and soft, so a couple of dessert spoons of gravy mix, stir that through, and then pour in 200 mils of water. There we are. And goes that. And then bring that up to the boil, not actual boiling, just simmering until it gets nice and thick. Right, look at that, beautiful thick gravy to put on our pies. Now we've just got the painful wait while the pies cook. I'll come back when we're ready to serve. Right, straight out of the oven. They just look absolutely delicious. Let's get one of them out of this tray and get some of that gravy on it. There we are. Ooh, yummy. Right, I've just transferred it over to a vessel that's not going to spill the gravy, and now we'll just spoon this onion gravy over the top of our pie. And let's get a knife and fork. Let's straight down. hear that puff pastry crackling. There we are. Isn't that just beautiful? Right, I'm going to have a taste and we'll come back soon. Right. Cut into there. All the gravy. Oh. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Alright, I declare this an absolute winner. Basically, I just filmed this and thought, well, if it turns out good, then I can post it. But I didn't dream it would taste fantastic. It's an absolute winner, this. Right, I will catch you on my next recipe because I'm too excited now and I need to eat this. Okay, bye bye.